the city that moves mountains. Greetings.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I am all out of bubblegum.
Bam.
That's all right. I'll kick ass.
And I'll chew bubblegum. I'll find some somewhere. I'll go down to Speedway.
Okay. And we've got special guest Eli Griffith in the studio. Man, I am tired just watching you dance around during the opening intro there.
I'm a morning person, dude. Like there's something wrong with my brain. I've been getting up early for many years now. So it's just, yeah, my brain is fucked.
So you're an early bird and you eat worms.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder how worms taste. I bet they're like...
The early bird may get the worm, but the late worm gets to live.
Oh, I like that. I wonder how worms taste, though. But it's a little bit salty. They seem like they'd be a little bit salty.
It tastes like chicken.
It does not taste like chicken.
No, it doesn't.
Have y'all ate worms?
You ain't never grabbed a handful of night crawls and taken a bite out of them?
I'm curious now, though. Like, I don't want to do a handful, but I do one little string of spaghetti.
You ain't gonna taste it.
You would taste it, yeah. I would take I'd take half a bite, like half a worm.
You can just do one worm. Just go outside and just dig one out real quick.
Yeah, we can actually, when we take a break, we can go out and get a worm, and we could have you eat it.
I would need to be. There had to be money involved for me to eat a worm, but there is a price that I will eat a worm.
I think I have a shiny, crisp dollar bill in my wallet.
It would be much more than a dollar bill. Probably do $50. That would be like my end dollar.
Eat a worm?
Yes, $50.
There might be a $5 bill.
Now $50 for half a worm, $100 for a whole worm.
No.
Listen, I got a printer here that says you'll eat 1,000 worms then.
Hey, that's one. Instead of going to college and doing all this fancy shit in my life, I could have learned to print money.
Yeah,
that would have been the right way to go about it.
Yeah, definitely.
We got offers coming in for Venmo and PayPal, Cash App. What do you want?
Hey, you may be eating a worm before the end of the show.
Oh, I forgot that we're live on that thing.
Yes, we are.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Damn, I should have put a higher dollar on that then.
Oh, no.
Listen. Don't whore yourself out for worm eating on our podcast, all right?
If he wants to eat worm, let's let him eat a worm.
I'm okay with him eating a worm if he wants to eat the worm. It's him whoring himself out to get to eat the worm is
I'm okay. $200.
No. You already.
I'll do it.
All right, now he's getting to escort level.
You have already said 50.
50 for half.
50 for half. How's your guys' week been so far?
We got a ton of people dropping money for worm eating.
All I can think about is when they're going for the beer fest team, and it's the nickel to touch your toes, dime to touch my toes, quarter to watch me touch your toes.
God, I love Broken Lizard. Them guys make some great movies, man.
Oh God, why did we start this way?
I didn't think that we would be talking about worm
Are we
eating.
rinsing the worm off first? Or
Yes, hell yeah.
Dirt and all?
Hell yeah.
No.
If you rinse the worm, you're only getting $1.
I need $1.50.
You know what? We'll let you rinse it in the river.
I mean, I'd just rather eat the worm.
I mean, you're really missing out if you rinse all of its goodies off of it.
That river will give it all types of flavor. That's like teriyaki sauce. I didn't think that I was going to be eating a worm this morning, but that looks like what we're going to do.
It sounds like it's what we're going to do.
Well, after an email we're going to read, it might sound like a better alternative.
Smoke weed every day.
I just realized too, before we start on the email, I don't know what the hell I have done. I've either lost a sheet or printed the wrong thing off. How many pages is your email this week, Dirty Dan?
4, sir.
Okay.
I got 4.
Okay, yeah, I must be missing 2 pages.
Damn it, Goose.
Yeah. I had one job.
One damn job.
Let's see. Dirty Dan, if you want to start out with email, please, by all means.
Well, it's funny you say that, Goose, because I just looked. I only have page 3 out of 4 and 2 and 1. I'm missing the last one.
Damn it, Dirty Dan.
I have no emails, so.
That's because you weren't told to read any this week.
See, me and Rebecca are doing our job.
She can read mine. So there were 4 pages.
All
I
right.
never got emailed shit.
You never got
I
emailed
printed
the emails?
your format out for you and gave it to you last night. I
There's
hand delivered it.
There are no emails. There are no emails on this phone.
That's because it's a separate attachment.
How about, let's just, I know, Dirty Dan, you got 1 email. Let's just read that 1 email, and that'll be it for this week. We'll save everything out. I'll make sure Rebecca gets copies, and because I don't know what the hell is going on here. I've evidently printed the wrong thing. Or no, wait. Okay, I have got it.
We can't do that because there's so many emails pertaining to this week.
We can always do that.
Just want to let you know, we got a GoFundMe started for the worms.
Hey, okay. Damn, I might be eating a worm. If the price is right, man, like I'm not even fucking around. Like I will eat a worm if the price is right.
Okay.
Well, let's see where that GoFundMe gets. Wait, what's the GoFundMe set on?
$50.
No, $50 is half a worm.
No, well, hey, we will watch you eat half a worm.
Has to be a small worm for $50 though.
Oh no, that's what she said. No.
How about this? How about we get something started for a GoFundMe and we figure out what we're going to do with the GoFundMe account. But for every $100 mark that you hit, you have to eat a worm.
Oh, I love that idea.
Shit.
I love that idea.
Oh,
and then we could actually have him come back on the show and eat the worms.
And that's the only way he gets the money is by showing him eating the worm.
Yes.
Oh man,
I love that idea.
Or we could even like donate it to like charity or like
charity.
Like a cause.
Fuck charity. If I'm eating worms, I'm getting all that money. Fuck GoFund Judy's place. Who cares?
You know, there's dying kids at St. Jude's right now.
I don't give a fuck. I'm eating worms.
Well, I mean, they're going to be
Eli
I have to live the rest. I have to live the rest of my life with that. Okay, them kids probably only got like 6 months. Like they don't have to worry about that. Fucking, I ain't gonna give them the money. I'm broke.
Doesn't have to be that charity, bro. We were just.
Wow,
I'm just reading
he
comments.
went there.
To everybody that's about to get mad, I'm just playing around.
Hey,
my God.
He works in a profession where he has to watch his language daily. So he told me before we started he was really going to cut loose on this format.
I was hoping so, and that's why he was like, when we started, he was like, "Dude, do I have to?" I'm like, "Let it fucking fly."
Yep. I see. This is what I like.
So picture this: there's $1,000 raised. That's 10 worms automatically. You have to come back and eat 10 worms.
Man, 10 worms for $1,000.
Do you want garlic bread and sauce with your worm spaghetti? Or
No,
you just gonna eat them raw?
no. Worms and dirt.
Can I have some type of condiment?
You can have a drink of water.
No,
You get water.
Let's hear his condiment. Let's hear his condiment request.
Trying to think. What would taste? Barbecue sauce?
Mayonnaise.
No. Ugh. I just rather eat plain worms.
I'm going to tell you what would go.
You want some like garlic aioli sauce?
What the hell's that? Y'all are fancy people out there in Lexington and shit like that. What's that? Chipotle? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Sir,
we have ranch and ketchup.
Sir, I work in one of the
in
most
Kentucky.
rampant methamphetamine areas. We're not bougie out here.
Okay.
Hey, that's a bougie ass sauce, whatever y'all just mentioned there. I don't know how to spell that.
I have got it. if you eat, if we raise $1,000, you eat 10 worms, I've got something that will go along great and complement it.
What is that?
Cat shit.
No, what the fuck? No. No. Hey, 10 worms for $1,000, man. That sounded
He
pretty
said
good.
no water and dirt, straight up, and a tequila worm.
No,
No
tequila worm.
tequila worms. No.
The last
No
one could be a
worms.
tequila worm, so that way I black out and forget it all.
The last one's got to be the tequila worm.
Yeah, see, I can black out and just forget it all.
I would like to say that's not fair because that will happen.
All right, then let's say if he pukes, that he only gets half the money and the other half goes to charity.
No, if he pukes, he gets nothing. He spills his guts. He spills his guts to charity.
Yeah, I don't want him in the studio puking all over the equipment and gear.
And do it outside.
That's why I said we got to record outside.
Yeah, we'll do it outside, and it'll look totally normal to the other activities that happen in this recording place. Well, like seeing a dude outside throwing up, eating worms, that's normal around here.
Yeah.
That's normal. That's what they do.
That's just Jed. He's over there.
He said he can write it off on his taxes. You gotta so straight up out of the ground, dirt and water and all. Like that's what you gotta do.
Can we find 10 worms that way?
Oh, I will go buy 10 worms.
Oh God.
Oh no, we're gonna.
They gotta
we're
be
gonna,
the night crawler.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say we're gonna pick him some good old night crawlers.
Yep, the night
Well,
crawlers.
see, we need to figure out the type of worm.
Night crawler.
Night crawler.
Man, they have
Night crawlers.
they have some worms that are like flavored. Like you can at the science center, they got shit like.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
How the fuck do you know that there are flavored worms?
At the science center, they have flavored crickets, flavored scorpions, flavored worms. There's sour cream and onion, cheddar cheese.
But these worms cannot be gummy worms.
No, they're not gummy worms. This is like the real deal shit, man.
They were once, in fact, living creatures that were now dead and injected with flavors from Pringles. You're not putting your hand in the can, so you're going to dig in the dirt and you're going to eat it.
This is a small, tiny cardboard box that they come in, sir.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Sorry.
That's an underrated album, I must say. That Jay-Z and Linkin Park done. That's a great
Yes.
album.
Oh God, yes.
But back to the worms. $1,000 for 10
We
worms.
could have a
That might be pretty good.
a Purdue Bug Bowl annually.
What the hell's that? Purdue.
Eli's got worms.
What's a Purdue?
We're just coming up with shit.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Yes, it does.
Purdue. I don't know what Purdue is, but that sounds.
It's a
pretty
meat
good.
company.
Ugh. I know that makes it sound nasty now. I thought it was like going to be some type of dessert.
Eli,
First place,
the
hold
worm
on, you
eater.
were first
Purdue.
place in a cricket spitting competition
It's-
back in elementary school.
It's not Dirty Dan's meat that can't be beat.
Hey, listen, I got the trophy and everything. But I have ate crickets before. I've ate crickets. I've ate snake, octopus, alligator. I've ate a lot of weird stuff in my life. My ex is, never mind.
Right. Oh, you don't want to go there. You're afraid your wife's going to listen.
I'm talking about nasty stuff anyway.
Yeah. I got it. Dirty Dan, do you want to start out with email? Rebecca, do you have any emails in front of you?
No.
Okay.
No, I got nothing. But Eli, send me your email, and we're gonna get this bug thing fucking rolling. So.
I got you. 10 worms for $1,000, man. Like that's not sounding bad.
No.
$1,000, man. I could use that
I have no
$1,000.
emails. All Dirty Dan sent me
I think you can do
was
it.
the opening and all of the fucking information that you guys talk about at the end.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Hey,
That's
Dirty
called the format.
Dan, just read yours, brother, and we'll save the rest for next week. So, and we'll add some with that.
We can just
That's
come up with
disappointing,
emails.
Goose. That's disappointing.
I have been told that before that I'm Mr. Disappointment. So
We can just come up with emails. Like 69 just blaze 420 says, We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Worm Eater 104 says,
Eli, are you aware of who Ballin' Cox is?
No, but that sounds like a great name.
Then you just sit there and hold on to your britches because you're not going to have to make up any emails after this.
Wait, what'd you say? Ballin' Cox? Bowling Cox?
Yeah.
We say Bolin because the first time he wrote in, he spelled the name Bolin, which to me would be Bolin.
Yeah.
But it has since changed slightly to emulate Ballin, and the last name is Cox, Cox.
Ballin' Cox. That's very clever.
I just want to preface that for you because it'll make a whole lot of sense when I get to the bottom of this email. Dear Dirty Dan, so glad to hear that you had an email because I've been dying to write in and ask something personal. First, let me say that I don't mind if you mention this and discuss on the show. In fact, even though this topic is a little sensitive for me, if I thought for 1 second that this issue could help at least one other person in the world, I would encourage you to do so. It all started when I was born. It wasn't until I was around 15 or 16 years old that I knew I was different than my peers. Up until then, I just thought everyone was the way I was. You see, Dirty Dan, I was born with a deformity. To my knowledge, the medical community still don't have a scientific term for my condition. Dirty Dan, I was born with one oversized testicle where my cock should be, and I have two smaller than normal cocks where my balls should be. When I first realized I was different was when I saw another man's cock and balls. No, I'm not gay. Jerry Wayne, my neighbor, fell off his mule one day while we was out on the trail, and it spooked my horse pretty good. Accidentally, my horse bucked and kicked Jerry Wayne right square in his genital area. Blood was everywhere. He fought me, but I was able to get Jerry Wayne's britches down to try and stop the bleeding. To my surprise, he had a near 8-inch penis where my one oversized ball was. And most shockingly, the man had two testicles where my smaller than normal cocks were. Now, as astonished as I was at the sight, the hoof of my horse had cut the tip of Jerry Wayne's cock almost clean off. If it wasn't for my wife, Sally Jean Sue, jumping out of the wagon and applying pressure, I think Jerry Wayne might have lost feeling in his head. Turns out he was fine, and Sally Jean Sue milked that man right back to 100% health. Even to this day, he tells me his cock has never felt so strong. Needless to say, it was a real eye-opener when I found out everyone didn't have a ball and two cocks. I went through some dark days in the beginning and went as far as to legally change my name. I thought maybe if there was someone else out there like me, it might help them confide in me. So far, I haven't had any luck. So today I'm writing to you and Here To Chew Bubblegum asking for help. Not for me, though. Nope. I'm writing this letter because little Bobby Ray Stevenson Dave, who was born with no taint, is getting to that age where he's becoming self-conscious, both of himself and about his body. He thinks because he doesn't have a taint, no one's going to want to lick his asshole. So, Eli, what advice, if any, could you guys pass along? Could there be any connection in our deformities as it pertains to the extraterrestrial? You and the show are our last hope, Dirty Dan. P.S. Yes, my testicle rests in a gigantic scrotum.
Them dudes need to go into porn right away. Like that God blessed them. That's what they were put on this earth to do. Go into porn. Yeah. If I'm scrolling through like the hub, and there's a video of a ball and two cocks, hell yeah, I'm clicking on that. I want to see that.
One big ball, like just imagine like a small kettleball and just two tiny little candy cocks.
I want to see it. I want to see this. Like, I will watch that video. I will give it a thumbs up.
Will you watch that video while you're eating worms?
I might be doing some other stuff too if the video's good enough. I mean, like I might be eating worms while tugging on my worm. I don't know. We'll see. These guys might have a future. Who knows?
They could.
Who knows? That's what I think they should do.
What would
go into porn?
what would be a good name for him if they start in that business?
Oh, yeah, Ballin' Cox. He's already got it. I mean, perfect. The dude already has a porn name. His email address.
Ballin' Cox.
Yes, that's the porn name right there. Ballin', like you hear that? The Ballin' Cox. Dude, I dig it. This is my new favorite porn star.
You don't even know it yet.
You are a completely different person on this podcast.
Well, this is me. Like Goose can tell you. Like this is me. This is me.
So the guy who interviewed Rebecca for a job not job isn't you?
The FCC won't let me be, so let me be me, so let me see.
FCC won't let me be.
Shout out to Slim Shady.
So now you're on here, and we're glad to have you here. Thank you very much, Mr. Cox, for writing in with your email. I want to apologize for everybody else about the misarray, so forth, that I printed off. We will get those next week, and you can always call, text, or leave a voicemail by calling 606-373-3396. That's 606-373-3396. Yes, Rebecca, go ahead.
I have Open Topic Podcast on my Twitch right now. He says, I have all the camera gear and the lights and the backdrops. I'll send it to Cox Hardington and shoot for them.
I'm excited about this man's career. Like, I think he's going to do great things.
So well, maybe you need to have him on your show sometime.
I mean, we can just put it right there on the table. You know, we can really inspect this thing.
Phrasing.
You know, hey, there are some people that have like two cocks, for real. Like that's the thing.
What's that syndrome?
I've seen that.
And two vaginas. That is also a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And they have like some girls have three titties. You know, it's wild.
Science bringing the meaning, go fuck yourself, to a whole new level.
But you can always email all of us. You can email me, Goose, here to chewbubblegum.com, Dirty Dan at here to chewbubblegum.com, Rebecca at here to chewbubblegum.com, Ned or Elliot at here to chewbubblegum at yahoo.com. We're going to go straight into segment one. Dirty Dan, what are you going to be talking about for us?
Well, today I'm going to talk about a source that found two hidden galaxies at the edge of space and time.
Oh. Interesting.
Very interesting. I can take that out of my save stories now.
Well, just wait, because this is why someone went back to tube steak.
Okay.
I guess Eli doesn't know about that yet.
No, not yet.
That just shows he doesn't listen to our shows.
Bolin Cox's niece has a crush on Dirty Dan.
Oh.
As he put it, she grew up liking ladies, and when she heard, wow, how did she describe my voice, Goose?
Angelic.
My
word.
deep, manly yet angelic voice made her go back to liking the tube steak, and they're afraid to show her a picture of me.
She might have three titties. You never know. Tube steak. That's funny, man. I've always liked that word, tube steak. That's a funny word.
Yeah, it's like meat grinder.
Yeah, we need more words like that.
Waste.
Chris.
Yes.
Dirty Dan.
Yes.
What are we even talking about?
It's Mangelic.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
Mangelic.
Who said that?
Open Topic Podcast.
Oh,
Angelic.
Another great
Or
name.
what about Dangelic?
Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Fancy. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Fancy,
thank you. You've got
Like
that.
some young boy sauce. Man, Dangelic.
You've got that Dangelic voice.
I do have that Dangelic voice.
That's another great porn name.
Yes, it is.
Dangelic.
If you were going to be in porn, what would your name be?
Oh man, that's a tough.
Buck Naked?
That's too easy. That would be my porn name. Too easy.
Too easy.
Yeah, and I would kind of dress like this. And like instead of like TOO, it'd just be the letter 2.
Oh,
Too easy.
there you go.
Kind of
Too easy. Just one number, 2 letters.
Yeah, and instead of like EASY, put a Z where the S is.
I like
Make-
easy.
No,
Like
Eli,
easy.
it would be.
Yeah, too easy.
I imagine your logo like too easy.
See, there we go. Like that's there's something there. Kind of reminds me of J Rock off of Trailer Park Boys, though.
That's what I was going with.
Yeah.
Since you keep making all the beatbox sounds.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? Everybody loves Trailer Park Boys. It's a great show.
Anyway, anywho, back to science and tech and stuff that is not porn related.
Tell us about those 2 galaxies.
Man, what a pair of galaxies. Anyway, a team of astronomers stumbled upon and now identify 2 hidden galaxies that are residing at the edge of space and time. A team of researchers has accidentally found the 2 galaxies. Yoshinobu Fudamoto, I apologize for that, an astronomer at the Research Institute for Science and Engineering at Waseda University in Japan, and the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan, led the team that used the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array located in Chile to make the discovery. ALMA is an astronomical, interferometer of 66 radio telescopes and is capable of seeing through dusty environments and viewing incredibly large distances. The team stumbled across the 2 new galaxies when they were observing 2 target galaxies named Rebels 12 and Rebels 29. The team noticed that thousands of light years away from the target galaxies, there were bright emissions. This discovery led the team to pursue with follow-up observations that led to the discovery of 2 galaxies named Rebels 12-2 and Rebels 29-2. These galaxies were hidden behind a cloud of cosmic dust and aren't visible in UV and optical light, though. Researchers are now estimating that the newly discovered galaxies formed only 800 million years after the birth of the universe. The birth of the universe occurred 13.8 billion years ago. Nope. Sorry, technical difficulties. Fat fingers, terrible thing. That could be my name, Eli. Fat fingers.
That's another good one.
By pure chance, the 2 galaxies that were discovered are remaining behind a thick veil of dust. The obscure galaxies that were formed more than the 13 billion years ago help scientists find other ancient objects that are also clouded in dust. By using a slew of different ultraviolet light filters, they're able to see the hues and the makeups of the galaxy, or comprising of the galaxies, that shine much brighter depending on what ultraviolet light. The team noted that the serendipitous discovery of these 2 dust galaxies at the edge of the universe shows that our current census of very early galaxies is still incomplete. Another side note to those is that 2 of those 4 being talked about right now, they believe have life in them.
So they have life in those galaxies.
They're showing signs of life through the, I guess, emissions that are coming off of these.
So does that mean like alien life or
What are
vegetation?
emissions? What are emissions?
Huge. Well, it's a cosmic dawn, or the epoch of reionization, that is creating these emissions. I guess they're radio and frequency waves are picking up. And the ultraviolet is used to filter the light that's coming through there because it's hidden by the dust.
How do they say that's life though? I wonder, like, what does that mean? They have Sirius XM with the radio waves? I don't know what that means.
I mean, to me,
Everybody's got serious. Come on.
yeah.
Are you serious?
To me, where it says, where it said in that story, emissions, maybe that's, like like our planet emits, radio waves, television signals, smog. Maybe it's that.
Maybe. So that's what I want to know. Like what exactly is that sign of life that they're talking about? I mean, I don't think that we're the only ones in the universe. I mean, hell, that's stupid to think that. I just want to know what they're saying because I'm too stupid to understand it.
Why you gotta put yourself down like that, Ricky Bobby?
Oh, I'm a moron compared to Hoshi Shimoshi and over there in Japan that discovered these things. Like that dude, that's somebody smart. He's right. I mean, like, I'm a dumbass. Who am I to say that dude's wrong?
I mean, to be fair though, he didn't discover it. He just thought it was dust. They had to use a whole bunch of technology to figure out it wasn't just dust.
I said that dude's a dumbass. Okay. Sorry, Hershey Yoshimushi.
I still think in the next 3 to 5 years we'll have solid proof that we're not the only ones. There's other life forms out there.
It's going to happen, man. Like sometime in our lifetime. I think it has to.
I've got a strong feeling it'll be the next 3 to 5 years.
What makes you say 3 to 5 years?
I don't know. It's just, from doing research on all this stuff, I mean, pretty much every day. That's just a gut feeling that I've got. And it just seems that, 3 to 5 years. So I think we'll know.
I hope so, man.
What's that look for, Rebecca?
Oh, what look would that be, dear?
Any and all that have occurred over your face the last 5 minutes.
I just find it interesting to listen to you guys talk about this.
What's your thought? Do you think 3 to 5 years? Do you think longer? Do you think our lifetime? Do you think never?
Until they until the government fully discloses something?
Now, I'm not saying 3 to 5 years before the government fully discloses something. I'm saying that
no government relation here.
Yeah, we will know for ourselves in 3 to 5 years without any government disclosure
that life exists outside of this realm.
Yes.
Like you will encounter it within the next 3 to 5 years.
How have we not already?
I think we have several times, and you can start back.
It's already happened, right?
Yes.
I mean, for thousands of years before all of this, it's already happened. So if we create our own reality and we're excelling our ascension and we are every day becoming more open to all of these possibilities, then it's already happened, right? If everything's already happened, then this has already happened.
Very good point. Mind blown.
Eli's just
and one of the things that I was never taught in school was, the 1952 incident where you had for several days UFOs flying
in Washington.
Over the White House.
Yeah, man.
That's as close as you can get to landing on the White House lawn. Yep. I was never told about that in school.
Nobody talks about that shit.
So,
and that blows my mind. I mean, that to anybody out there that doesn't believe in aliens or UFOs, that's some of your best proof right
yes,
there.
And it's still to this day unexplained.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rebecca.
It was on the movie. Fuck, it came out years ago. What was the name of the movie? Oh my God, it just jumped out of my
Spielberg
fucking
thing?
head. It doesn't matter. The movie doesn't matter. It was a movie about aliens, but the opening quote, can't remember who the quote was by either. I'll find it. But the opening quote was either we're alone in this universe or we're not. And both are equally terrifying.
Yeah. I like that quote. I really like that quote. I just don't see us
anything
being alone.
Foreign to us. Yeah. Is alien. Exactly.
I just don't see us being alone.
So technically, fish, anything living in the sea is an alien because that's a completely different life form. In water, you trade your ability to breathe to be able to fly in that universe, in that world, in that realm. So, I mean, technically anything not human is considered an alien.
That's an interesting way to look at it. I don't see us being alone. I don't see how people can think that way.
I don't either.
Ever since I learned that the sun is a star and I look up in the sky just hearing a little Harold, Kentucky, and you see all those possibilities of planets and other solar systems and yada, 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 all this smart shit I can't understand. It just doesn't make sense that we're the only ones.
And I totally agree with you. Thank you very much, Dirty Dan, for that story. Rebecca, when I'm going to talk about AI, do you want to read your thing before or after I do mine story?
You go first,
Okay.
and I'll see if I can, because I want to make sure it ties in properly, so I might have to preface it differently.
Okay. All right. And this one is how to detect fake AI. Something in the eyes reveals if you're looking at a person who doesn't exist. We live in fake times. Reality is prevalent as it ever was, and of course it's becoming harder to find all the time. Perhaps nowhere in this phenomenon is more unsettling than the weird world of deepfakes and other computer-generated faces of people who don't actually exist, yet look uncannily like the real thing. Scientists have now developed a technique that could help us detect whether the faces we're looking at are indeed genuine people as opposed to phantoms conjured by artificial intelligence. According to a new preprint study led by the first author and computer scientist Goose from the State University of New York, the secret, he says, is in the eyes, specifically the shapes of the pupils, it turns out. Zooming in on artificial eyes of fakes created by a machine called the GAN, which stands for Generative Adversarial Network, the researchers noticed the funny thing about the pupils. Unlike real pupils, many of the deep fakes aren't actually round. Their pupils have near circular shapes for healthy adults, the team explains in the study. Comparing this with real faces, we observe physical artifacts that can be observed in the eye regions of generated faces. According to the researchers, this strange giveaway is due to the GAN models lacking an understanding of human eye anatomy, particularly in regard to the geometrical shape of regular pupils. The findings are available, and you can find those out by going to their website, arxiv.org. Again, that's arxiv.org. And if you wanted to know that scientist's name again, I will tell you. It was Hugo. Huiguo. Hugo. So.
Such a great name.
Thank you. Thank you.
What? So, wait, okay. So you're supposed to get a magnifying glass and hold it up to somebody's eye.
If you're close enough and able to see their eyes, the AIs, the fake people that aren't real, their pupils are not circular.
That's weird.
So
why can't you just throw a bucket of water on them? Well, and maybe they'll spaz out or something.
You could do that as well. Have you seen some of these videos, you guys, though, of these deep fakes? And I mean, they look real, 100% real.
Have you seen some of the fucking filters on TikTok? I made a video about this on my old account that was banned, but it was the hair dye one. And I was moving my hair and everything, and it was picking up the highlights. It was moving with my hair. There was no interference. It didn't look like it was lagging at all. And I'm like, if they can give this to the public and they and they have that available on a fucking app. Come on, and the government is already 100 years ahead of us. So their eyes actually have almost like a sharp edge to them.
Yeah. Terrifying. Recent studies have revealed that the government could possibly be 300 years ahead of us in technology.
That's fucking crazy, man.
And that stuff that's came out over the last year, right, Dirty Dan? Because used to it was 100 years they were ahead of us in technology. Now there's and I can't remember what story we read that on, but they're up to 300 years. It was an Army general that had retired, and actually DJ actually said he agreed with that statement, that their technology is 300 years ahead of ours. So that just shows in the last 5 years how far theirs has advanced.
Oh my God.
So I think that I know exactly how to tie this in. So this is out of the book Untethered Soul. If you haven't read this yet, I'm reading it randomly. Like I open the book up randomly and read passages, and it usually ties in. But if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. It's a very good book. It talks about like your inner monologue and like separating your consciousness from your ego, and like it just gives a completely different perspective of life, right? So this particular passage is in a chapter, and it's called The Lucid Self. And what it's talking about is like your consciousness and being aware. And it goes into this this story of movies and how like you get drawn into movies and you kind of forget like where you're at, right? And I was it reminded me of a time we were in Orlando, and they had this like 3D movie that was your senses as well. So like when they sneezed in the movie, like not only did it pop out of the screen, but like water misted on you. Right. So it felt like you were there. Like they let loose rats in the movie and all these little strings started tickling your ankles. I mean, fuck that shit. But that's what happened. So the book goes in and talking about like what would happen when you experience all of a movie, including smell, taste, sound, touch, emotions, all of it. So this passage is very interesting. And I want you to think in terms of what you're seeing in the world now. The division, the shenanigans that they're putting on the screens, the propaganda, all of it. Now imagine that movies are made not only to engage the five senses, but also make your thoughts and emotions synchronize with what's happening on screen. With this movie experience, you're hearing, seeing, tasting, and suddenly you begin feeling the character's emotions and thinking the character's thoughts. The character says, "I'm so nervous. Should I ask her to marry me?" And suddenly insecurity wells up inside of you. Now we have a full dimension of the experience, 5 physical senses, plus thoughts and emotions. Imagine going to a movie and getting plugged in. Careful, that would be the end of you as you know yourself. There would be no object of consciousness that is not synchronized with the experience. Any place your awareness falls would be part of the movie. Once the movie gets control of the thoughts, it's over. There is no you in there saying, "I don't like this movie, I want to leave." That would take an independent thought, but your thoughts have been taken over by the movie. Now you're completely lost. How will you ever get out?
Whoa.
Ties in perfect with it.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, it's going to get to that. It really is. Like with the VR stuff.
It already has.
Yeah, it's already. Yeah. It's crazy, the technology that's available today.
You know, I think in the early 2000s, there was a book called Do You Want to Eat a Worm?
Can I do a virtual reality experience of me eating a worm first?
Sure.
I mean, but like for real, it's going to get to the point where I think that like you won't be able to tell which reality is which. I'm not smart enough to understand how that's going to be a thing. But I think that it's going to be a thing. I mean, it's already getting there.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking weird time to be alive, man.
Well, but, you know, I mean, hey, this is a great time to be alive, you know.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
I mean, you know, just the technology, and it's going to get better. And I read last year in an article, and I wish I had that article in front of me, but it said that people that were alive right now that were under 55 had the possibility of living to be 200 years old with the technology that we currently have and what would be coming up in the next 10, 20 years.
Yeah, I still think they're perfecting it because, what's his name? Was it Philip, the guy that just died with the royal family?
Oh, yeah.
One
yeah.
looked like a zombie.
Yeah, Prince Philip.
Yeah. If the technology was good right now, that dude could have still been living. But I don't think he made it to 100. So they're still getting there. If anybody can afford it, it's old Philip.
Oh yeah, Philip could have afforded it.
Yeah,
Rebecca's been chomping at the bit for like 5 different times now.
I know. So what I want to say, we are the awakening. Like it's happening. It's already. It's not like looking at like the optimal timeline reality and going through the Great Awakening map. Like it's happening. We are the fucking awakening. And you can see the divide, like brainwashed people and these fucking zombies that are walking around, and how Oren puts it, like the muggle population. You know what I'm saying? Like it is real. Like you see it. And that's where you get into being able to tap into your consciousness, to be able to center yourself, to be able to ground yourself, right? And you almost learn how to live in both realities. You can live in this 5D utopia, and you also currently right now have to then tap back into the 3D realities to survive in this society, right? You have to go to the grocery store. You can choose to homestead, but if you're not there, like we're not there yet, so I have to interact with the muggles, you know what I mean? And to the other point that you were talking about that I remember it was shit. Fuck. It's gone. Where did it go? What else were you saying? You were talking
reality?
about...
Yeah. We were talking about like medical technology also.
Oh, right. Because as you raise your vibrations, as you get to this 5D plane, as you start to separate from all of the chemicals that they've been feeding you for years, right? Get red dye 40 out of your diet. Stop using fluoride. Stop drinking bottled water. Like all that shit. You tap in with your pineal gland and you start decalcifying and like getting rid of all these toxins in your body. That's how you're going to live to be 200 years old, because we're going to go back to holistic medicine. We're going to go back to, ancient Asian, Chinese medicine. I mean, look at how they live in their culture forever. Can't tell the age of Asian women. They're beautiful. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It is hard to tell the age, but and I hope I don't offend anybody.
The ones that get that far.
Oh, it's cool. We have a pass. My sister's from Korea.
What was that? Dirty Dan.
I said, no, it's cool. We have a pass. My sister's from Korea.
Okay.
You know how long it took me to like remember the fact that not only Dirty Dan had a sister, because they're both adopted. So that and we when we first started dating, we weren't very involved with each other's families yet. Right. So I had to oh right, you have a sister. And then it was another layer oh fuck, she's adopted. And then it was another layer oh shit, she's Korean. I had to just keep right, that's the thing.
That would be a good sitcom show right there.
Well,
I think ABC needs to pick that up.
You did.
I would get taken off the air so quick.
Yeah, all the TV sucks nowadays.
Yes, it does. Dirty Dan, what do you have next for us?
I have the newly released details about the Northrop Grumman DARPA awarded contract.
Let's hear all about that.
Fuck.
What just happened? Did he just have an orgasm?
No, it's a thing on Twitch. I can't swear for 3 minutes.
Oh shit.
Eli, are you aware of this show, Letterkenny?
Yeah, I fucking love Letterkenny. I haven't watched any of the past few seasons.
I prefer Dan's fuck. I don't just yell fuck.
Love Letterkenny, man. God, that's such a good show.
Shirt tucker. All right. Let me get ready here for my Dangelic voice.
Dangelic.
Northrop Grumman Corporation was awarded a contract from the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, Strategic Technology Office last year for the Game Breaker program. This innovative program seeks to develop and apply artificial intelligence to existing real-time strategy games to break a complex model or create an imbalance. Northrop Grumman will use this opportunity to evaluate and develop technology to improve flexible planning, optimization, and discovering products that operate dynamic environments. Using AI to exploit engagement models can help to enable intelligent systems that could in turn enhance military strategy, said Susan Wilson, Director, Intelligent Mission Capabilities and Advanced Technology Laboratory, Dexter's Laboratory, Northrop Grumman. We are exploring how we may be able to use this methodology in the future. Northrop Grumman's Game Breaker team includes Hazardous Software and Slytherin Software's Matrix games. Working closely together, this partnership will use advanced AI techniques to model and break bounce with a highly complex simulator environment called Command Modern Operations. Hazardous Software Inc. is excited to continue a partnership with Northrop Grumman, said Christopher Hazard, CEO, Hazardous Software. Building upon our 13 years of history modeling dynamic adversarial scenarios and leveraging the dive plane machine learning platforms, HSI's approach to Game Breaker complements Northrop Grumman's longstanding experience and technology capabilities for the military. Command Professional Edition is the only war game being analyzed by DARPA in the Game Breaker program, said Ann McNeil. We are interested to see how the AI behaves and if it manages to identify loopholes that need assessment or if it comes up with innovative strategies that are applicable to the real world while being modeled simultaneously. HSI creates technology that enables and incentivizes people to operate strategically in uncertain environments, regardless of whether it is a game, a simulation, or real life event, planned or unplanned. HSI leverages its unique capabilities in counterfactual reasoning and through understandable artificial intelligence via its relationship with Diveplane Corp, a company it spun out in 2017. Matrix Games specializes in COTS physics-based simulators and strategy video games. Though careful research and development, commercial simulations are turned into modern and powerful programs that are utilized and are able to replicate complex military operations from tactical and operational to analytical, utilizing the Flashpoint campaign sim, which has now been appointed to year 2 of the Athena prototype project by Defense Energy Center of Excellence on behalf of the United States Army Future Studies Group. Northrop Grumman solves the toughest problems in space, aeronautics, defense, cyberspace to meet the ever-evolving needs of our customers and militaries worldwide. Our 90,000 employees define possible every day using science, technology, engineering to create and deliver advanced systems, products, and services.
What's your whole take on DARPA? Eli, let's start with you.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. What are they working on here? That's a lot of fancy words that you just used, man.
What this article is releasing is that it's released some of the terms for a contract that was awarded from DARPA to Northrop Grumman to team up with the leading VR people in the gaming industry to help bring and advance that technology for war games, training, and wartime for our military.
Okay, so they're going to be using virtual reality to train our military.
Well, they already have been, but they're trying to advance it. They're trying to make it next level, just like everything else.
I think that's pretty cool. I think that'll help a lot, even with law enforcement too. I think that would be a good thing for just folks to get the accurate training. Because, I mean, like when it comes to war or having to deal with a dangerous criminal or what the hell ever, like how do you train somebody for that, you know, besides like not like how can you train somebody for that when you're not putting them in that scenario? There's no book that can teach you war or how to deal with a dangerous criminal or whatever type of incident that a police officer would have to deal with. There's no book or class that can really teach you that. Like you basically have to be put in the water, sink or swim type of situation. So I think that's cool, man. I think that some of this technology, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we're playing God. Like, let's do it. Like, I'm all for technology. I think it's cool. Like, whenever that one scientist made the baby that couldn't get AIDS or HIV or whatever it was in China, everybody was mad about that. I think that's cool. I think that some technology can be used for good things, and I see that as a good thing.
That's a good answer. Very good answer.
Oh, no.
Rebecca?
I just have one simple question. In reading that, did you say the word Slytherin?
Slytherin. It's one of the two companies.
Okay. I was like, are we really going straight Hogwarts here? Like,
it's a good name for a company.
That was my question.
Oh, definitely. We're about 55 minutes into the show. We're going to take a break and have an all-new Ned set, and we'll come back and we'll talk about some recent UFO sightings, a Tik Tok story that supposedly showed an alien ship. And Dirty Dan, what do you have to talk about?
Fact or fiction Minnesota UFO sightings.
Oh, so is this the first real or not real?
Or it can be.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Here to Chew Bubblegum.
Told me to go away. Miles and miles keep dragging me down. No one knows better than me. Someone told me to find myself. You can't take that away. And I'll find somewhere to be alone. And no one knows where I'll be. And you told me too many times before that you won't be here for me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Goose, and I invite you to dive deep down the rabbit hole every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. for Here to Chew Bubblegum. Tune in as myself and Dirty Dan talk about UFOs, time travel, conspiracy theories, other dimensions, Bigfoot, and the Loch Ness Monster. We also talk about lots of other strange and unusual topics. Premiering Tuesday, September 28th at 7 p.m. on 102.5 The Buzz.
Be sure to check out HereToChewBubblegum.com. It's now time for Ned Said on Here to Chew Bubblegum.
In the Philippines, McDonald's serves spaghetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Here to Chew Bubblegum.
That was pretty awesome. Were you ever a cheerleader in school?
I dressed up as a woman once in high school.
Was it?
I have a picture.
Was it for a contest?
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
But
like I was like the men, like the senior dudes that wanted to participate versus the senior girls that wanted to participate. Sounds like a bad porno.
I bet you
Every
made a
porn
pretty
gets
lady.
brought up. It wasn't bad. It wasn't
The
bad.
problem,
Wish
the
my
problem
boobs
is
were
it's
bigger.
it's transferred over, Eli. You got to stop doing that stuff.
No, but I look pretty. Am I a pretty girl?
Rebecca, did you?
I wish I had bigger boobs though. Like my buddy, like he got the it had like these like the balls that you like have in Walmart. Those like the whatever like rubber things, whatever. He had them. I had to work with toilet paper, so I only had like itty bitty titties.
Itty bitty titties.
Yep.
Rebecca, did you have a comment on that?
I have a statement
Okay.
that for no competition and $0, Dirty Dan put on my bikini top, and I have the picture.
That is true.
Really, I would like to see that picture.
Go ahead.
Because-
pull it
You
up.
know what, Goose? I will send that to you.
Thank you,
pull it
thank
up.
you
Put it
very
on the
much.
Zoom.
Thank you very much.
Put it on the Zoom.
I'm probably going to make sweet love to myself looking at this picture, Dirty Dan.
That's absolutely fine. Just I hope you're an oh fuck kind of guy.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of all fucks.
Yes, 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 yes.
I love Shorzy. He's my favorite on that show.
Who's your favorite?
Shorzy.
Did
You know that's Wayne, right?
Yeah, you can tell by the
Okay.
tattoos. Yeah,
did you ever get a chance, Dirty Dan, to check out What We Do in the Shadows?
that's a good show.
No.
That is a good show, isn't it?
No, I do listen to y'all's show because I heard y'all talking about that.
What We
with
Do in the
Seth.
Shadows. Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, man, that's a good show.
And I actually think Rebecca would like that too because they shoot it like The Office, like a documentary, and it's even got Craig Robinson in a few episodes that was on The Office and played Daryl. So it's,
And the dude that fucking what was his name? He's on in the Shadows too, but he was also on The Office. He only had a few small parts. I think he has glasses in What We Do in the Shadows.
you're not talking about the energy draining vampire, are you?
I haven't watched that much of it. I've only watched clips.
Okay. Wouldn't,
But like there's this one episode where he's fucking with somebody online, and like he goes to like meet him in an alley or something like that.
yeah, that's Colin Robinson. He's one of the main leads.
He's on The Office.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
So,
Has Gum gotten mintier lately?
yeah.
Oh, now I'm one of the biggest Office fans you'll ever meet.
Me
in your
too.
life.
Me
Love
too.
The Office.
Eli, you're about to
I
get boxed.
challenge you.
Okay. Ask
Hey.
us anything. We have an office quiz. I'm looking
That would be
forward to
fun.
this. I am looking forward.
Let's do a fucking. Can we please do a fucking Office podcast?
Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
I'm so down.
One of my favorite characters on that show is Robert California. That is, oh my God, I love that dude.
You don't even know my first name. I'm the fucking Lizard King.
Everything is sex. It's just that dude.
You're gonna
was
love the
fuck.
sexual metaphor.
What's your favorite episode of The Office?
The second one, the one where what the fuck is it called? Where they have to
Diversity training.
Diversity Training Day. Yeah. I think that fucking Comedy Central, those punks, those pussies, they deleted that episode from their archive.
Oh, did they
Yeah,
really?
they're not going to show it anymore because
They took a lot of episodes off their archives.
You want
Yeah,
the
I
cookie?
seen that one specifically. Yeah, but it's funny.
You
know?
want the cookie? You want the cookie?
Stanley has black. We didn't plan that. If I had to go off of stereotypes that I do not believe in and that I do think are wrong, you would probably be a bad driver. Oh man, am I a woman?
Eli, look at your screen.
I don't see anything.
Yes.
is it?
You see where Rebecca's at?
No, I don't see it.
Okay, come
Rebecca, talk or something.
Come over here
Do
and
you
look
see
at
that?
it.
Hey, let me.
Oh
talk. Do
my
you see this now?
God, that is sexy as fuck.
Thank you.
Can I show Twitch?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
That is
Dude, you were
Dan
rocking
Gillick.
it.
Dan Gillick.
Like for real. Like that's some Sports Illustrated type shit right there.
I think my favorite episode of The Office is Dinner Party.
Dinner Party's a good one too. That what was the one?
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
What was the one like where they were doing the training where Dwight sets the fire?
Oh yeah.
Today, smoking will save lives.
Yes.
Because that and the one CPR episode is like all like one big.
Being one big, yeah.
It was like a series finale or something like that. So it's like
Yeah.
like both episodes are one episode.
Yeah.
And damn, that was just
Oh yeah.
so good.
That was a good one.
It's like all my children grew up and married each other.
So
love The
what
Office.
did Twitch think of my Sports Illustrated debut?
Dude, I wasn't expecting it to be that sexy. That was sexy.
Oh.
I do what I can. It's not much, but it's honest.
We will,
I'm turned on.
Rebecca. We will have to plan this out, and I would like for you to come back sometime
Yes.
in November, probably like the first Sunday in November, if
Okay.
you're available.
Yeah.
And we will do the entire episode will be about The Office.
I'm down.
We'll ask each other Office trivia, and we will. I mean, cause I'm all
down.
for that.
I'm down.
I am all for
Down.
that. Okay.
I'll wear my Dunder Mifflin hoodie.
Okay. I will wear my Dunder Mifflin T-shirt.
Man, I love The Office. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited. I really like this. I'm looking for
Oh, that
I think so. My mom got me
Suck it.
like an official Office like book, and I think there's like a whole trivia section in there that I can pull like questions and shit from.
okay. Good. Definitely.
I'm not going to do so good during like the Will Ferrell stuff though, because I just try to forget that.
No, fuck Will
Yeah.
Ferrell. They
Yeah.
made a terrible mistake bringing him on.
Yeah.
I love Will Ferrell, but he sucked in The Office. Like I just try to
Yeah.
forget that those.
You can't have that dog. That's my dog.
I try
Give
to,
me that.
I just try to forget those episodes exist. So like I kind of block them
out.
Yeah.
What happened to the
Quickly
turtles?
with one hand.
What happened to the turtles? You ate the turtles.
I do like when Will Ferrell is like, "That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen."
Here's my favorite, my top two of favorite clips from The Office.
What's he gonna do?
Suck it! Suck it! Suck it!
I love that. I just love the "Suck It" song.
Oh, it's so good, man. So good.
Yeah. They don't make television like that anymore.
And
No, they
never,
don't.
and they'll never be able
No.
to. That's one thing that Steve Carell said a little while back is like, there's never going to be an Office reunion because
you can't do it in today's climate. Everybody's so offended over everything.
Yeah, they'll risk their careers doing something like that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I'm going to start out talking about a recent TikTok video. You can take a look at a mysterious ship spotted at Skunk Works, Hellendale Radar Cross-Section Facility. A clip posted on TikTok shows a pretty weird shape of a trailer at the Hellendale Radar Cross-Section Facility. A pretty intriguing object that was spotted in a video on TikTok by our friend OSINT. Researcher Ruben Hoffs, a dark-colored shape sitting on a trailer as it is moved from a location that has been identified as the Hellendale Radar Cross-Section Facility in the Mojave Desert, not far from Lockheed's Skunk Works facility at Plant 42 in Palmdale, California. Hellendale had the aircraft developed and operated by the Lockheed Martin Corporation used to measure radar cross-section of stealth aircraft designs. The story goes on to say, I was just scrolling through TikTok this morning when it came up in the video that shown it was open on the map. Ruben told us in a message. At first, he thought it was a movie prop, but soon realized that with construction going on in the background, it reminded him of an article about the site recently. TMZ also said that they realized it wasn't a movie prop, but possibly some kind of proof or concept design that would be tested over there. Again, basically the video, I wish I had it with me, but it showed it was similar to a TR-3B, but it was rounded and it was jet black and it came out the front like a pancake. And that is supposedly a new, one of our ships that they will be releasing very soon.
Oh, shit.
Did you happen to see the TikTok video, Dan?
I did not. I'm actually trying to look for it.
Okay. I'll have to find that because I think I favored it and I'll send it to all you guys.
And a lot of times they'll delete a lot of that shit too, man.
Yes, they do.
One of my buddies, he sends me some stuff, and even some stuff that you sent me. Like I won't be able to look at it right then, so I'll try to look at it later.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. Yeah.
Dirty Dan?
Censorship at its finest.
Oh, yes. Let's start out with some recent UFO sightings. And Eli, you and Rebecca jump in whenever you want to. These are from UFOcasebook.com. On July 4th of this year, an unidentified flying object was videotaped over Glendale, Arizona. What a coincidence. I saw a black speck hovering up in the sky and zoomed in and recorded a red and blue colored saucer type event. I tried to put a camera on a tripod. By the same time, the object was gone. This object is hard to define. It starts off as an oval/disc, but soon turns into a more barrel shape. It seems to expand like a balloon that has air injected into it. Quite interesting. From the description of that sounds very similar to the TikTok story that I just read and saw the video on.
All right. On July 6th, we had a unidentified flying object videotaped over Florida. It says, I observed the very strange object hovering silent in the sky. It was white at first, with at least two separate sections of 6 large tubes connected together, appearing vertically, roughly 5 to 10 feet apart from one another. Appeared to be a single object. Each connected tube, 6, at least 12 total, stepped down in size like a Native American flute. I remember reading that one before and trying to figure out what a Native American flute was.
Those are the tube UFOs that they call them.
Yes.
On July 10th of this year, an unidentified flying object videotaped over Nevada. Video was taken with my phone camera attached to our telescope. The location was west of Mesquite, Nevada. The object appeared to be rotating and changing colors. It was visible to the naked eye, but much better with the telescope. After watching it for quite a while, it just disappeared. It was difficult to determine what exactly the object was.
Do aliens have gambling problems? Why are they always in Nevada?
Area 51.
Yeah. But man, I think that there has to be a new area by now. You would think, man, because everybody knows about Area 51.
Yeah, but we don't know what's underground at Area 51.
But we also don't know about Area 51. The fact that it just keeps getting larger and larger and larger and larger, as Jerry Freeman discovered when he snuck into Area 51 for a week.
Man, I still think that they have to have someplace else now. You would think.
Well, if you go down the rabbit hole a little bit, there is supposedly a thing called DUMS, the Deep Underground Military Stations. Yes, sir.
How about you let Rebecca tell Eli what Area 51 is in a kid's movie?
She has already, but she can tell him again, Rebecca.
I don't know if he remembers.
I don't remember.
He doesn't look like it.
Oh, you really don't remember?
I might remember once we get into it.
This was when we came to the job interview.
Dude, that was an intense podcast. That was a lot to wrap my mind around.
Okay. Rebecca, take it
I
away.
kind of step back because I've already blown your mind a couple times.
Yeah, that was, like I said, intense.
So, in the beginning, like the first 6 minutes of Lilo and Stitch is like escaping in the cop plane or super jet, whatever. And he's like plummeting towards Earth, and the like computer alien is like trying to track his location and his trajectory. And he's like, oh, it looks like he's headed towards Area 51. They call it Earth. So what if Earth is Area 51 and the underground like DUMS is the escape?
I remember that now. And you never know. I mean, like, dude,
as above, so below, right?
Yep.
This world is so weird. I don't put anything.
Well, you can find maps online. Well, yeah, on DuckDuckGo that supposedly show the locations of the DUMS, the Deep Underground Military Stations, and they go east coast to west coast, underground.
Yeah.
All over the United States, and they interconnect, with the Roswell and the Denver airport, and
it would totally make sense for them to have stuff like. Well, we know they already do, like the Greenbrier.
Yeah,
like how that they had all the underground stuff there that you can go to nowadays.
Yes, you can go visit it.
It's since been declassified or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine the stuff that they have not classified.
No, and when we're talking about underground, we're talking about underground tunnels that go east coast to west coast all over the United States, pretty much like 4 lanes.
Yeah,
underground
makes total sense.
So
makes total sense. Like if I was a big ass powerful country with a badass military, hell yeah, I want some underground tunnels.
Yeah, and if you dig, what was it, Dirty Dan? Earlier this summer, just a few months ago, when Washington flooded really bad. The streets, they claimed that they actually struck something when they were constructing some new areas of the underground tunnels. That's why it flooded. And they didn't have rain. You just had a bunch of water coming up from underneath. So that's what they claimed. They actually accidentally struck something.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
You never know. I can see it. That makes sense.
Dirty Dan, what's your next one there?
The next one comes from while we were in the bunker, 7/24/21, titled "My Father Saw the Bodies, Chasing the Truth About Roswell." The daughter of a U.S. Army officer reveals exactly what her father saw firsthand at the world's most infamous alleged UFO crash site. Early on 8th July 1947, a press release issued by the 509th Bomb Group based in Roswell, New Mexico, revealed to the world's media that something incredible had happened. A UFO had crashed in the area, and the United States Army Air Force was now in possession of a flying disc. The news was issued by First Lieutenant Walter Haught, the public information officer at the base, at the behest of base commander and close personal friend, Colonel William Blanchard. By day's end, however, the information was retracted, and a new press release was issued claiming the mistake had been made and that the UFO was in fact a crashed weather balloon, a turn of events that made Haught a figure of public ridicule.
I still think that was 100% legit and real, and they retracted the next day because they had never prepared for that situation.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and how about, 9 years later when they found the identical ship that had the appropriate timeline of crashing at the same time, like they suddenly both had a loss of power, communication, or navigation, whatever happened to make them both simultaneously crash away in a 20,000 acre farm in the middle of the desert.
I ain't familiar with that.
Yeah, that one. It's a place in New Mexico that they basically call what is it? A dead zone where electronics and so forth.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Yes,
that's where it happened at.
It's like 250 miles south of Area 51.
See, I don't know what the fuck happened on that day, but it wasn't no damn weather balloon.
No, it was not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an alien, secret government technology, what the hell ever.
I don't think it was secret government technology. I actually think it was aliens.
You never know. I mean,
okay.
It's one of the two. I just you can. I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's a really weird situation.
Okay,
let me. Well, I'm gonna say I do think it's more aliens than government technology.
Okay, all right. The public relations officer, Lieutenant Walter Haught. Do you think? And he's in the Air Force. Do you think he knew the difference between wood and aluminum foil versus something not of this planet?
This is the dude that the daughter's talking of.
Yes,
though, right?
the one that. Yes.
So that's the only thing that gets me about this is it's the daughter. I don't know her.
It's because he released basically a deathbed story or statement on everything he saw and happened, a deathbed confessional.
Saying
because
everything.
he wanted the truth to be known once he passed, and that way all that can be said is that someone's passing along information and they're not the ones to ridicule, it's him.
Did she record him doing this?
I don't know.
I just don't know if I can trust this daughter.
Goose,
even the Nirvana baby.
I did have a story on that he was recorded.
Yeah. So yes, he was recorded.
See that? I like that. Because I just ain't going to trust her word. Like the Nirvana baby is suing right now.
Yeah.
That's
totally ridiculous.
Yeah. So people will do all types of shit just for their 15 seconds of fame. But with her recording him, I dig that. I like that. Because you never know, And some of these military people, they take that shit to heart. Like some of them take it to the grave.
Yeah, some of them do. George Bush Sr. would be an example. But even a few years before he passed away, when I asked the truth about aliens, he said the world couldn't handle the truth, basically, if it came out. So, what does that tell you?
Exactly.
Now he was older. He was, did suffer from dementia, but he did say that. So
speaking of George Bush, Rebecca.
She is shaking her head.
Eli, she had the best Cards Against Humanity pair of all time. And it said, what is George W. Bush thinking about right now? And she played the card Dead Parents.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be something about 9/11.
Oh.
Jimmy. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Because there's a little bit of a lag, so I thought I had a chance. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, even Jimmy Carter, believed in UFOs and stuff like that. And I think Clinton said something about it too. So
Ronald Reagan, JFK.
Reagan, yeah. There's something to it. That's what pissed me off about Trump, man. I thought that he was going to be the one.
I did too. I
thought he was going to be the one to just fucking go out and say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was too busy having his golf simulator installed.
I know it. But you just think he'd take too much Vicodin before a rally one day, and he talks about it. It is, man. That's what I was looking forward to. If he wants to win again, if he runs and wants to win again, say if you elect me, I'll tell you everything you want to know about aliens. Everybody will vote for you. Everybody.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree with you. Let's see. Moving on to the next one. On July 31st of this year, unidentified objects form pattern over on the video of the moon. I had second thoughts about releasing this video, but later decided the world needs to see it. Maybe somebody can figure out what the sign means. The sighting was witnessed by 2 individuals. Editor's note, this appears to be quite an interesting video. At first sight, the problem is when taking a video from any distant object like the moon, objects between the Earth and a distant object are very hard to determine whether their distance from the Earth is. What their distance from the Earth is. Mm-hmm. We're going back to the moon. Do you think that we'll get any better footage than we did the last time we were there?
Oh, yeah.
Who says we ever left the moon?
True.
Well, hey.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, of course, we're going to get better footage. I mean, we have much better technology nowadays. The fucking, like all this shit they're doing with Mars.
Now, Eli.
Mars is filmed in Arizona.
How can you say we have better technology? Because NASA said we haven't gone back to the moon because they lost the technology to go to the moon.
It's all bullshit.
I thought it was a case of funding.
Nope. They came out and straight up said that we lost the technology to go to the moon.
Yeah.
What do they mean they lost the technology?
They lost the technology. And
how did they lose it? Did they misplace it? What
they actually also videoed over the moon landing and a lot of stuff that the public didn't see, accidentally recorded over.
Who the fuck?
Yeah, for real.
That is 100% legitimate.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that even the government is dumbasses. Wow.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I can get recording over your wedding or something like that. Like how some people do that. How the fuck do you record over moon? Do they bring out VHS tapes?
They apparently must have.
What the hell? Man.
And I mean, it was hard to get to the moon last time because the ship pretty much looked like it was made out of aluminum foil and plastic pipe.
I mean, I think
that's not far from the truth.
Cardboard and garbage bags.
Yeah.
So,
you can look at one of the lunar capsules at the Wright Pat Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. Goose, you are not far from the truth.
I think that we're going to learn more about space, and I think we'll visit planets, actually visit planets whenever it with the people like Elon Musk. What's that term that they use? Outside industry, what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Just people doing it on their own terms.
Yeah.
Like how Richard Branson and all them guys, or all the stuff they're doing. That's how we're going to find out the truth about space. Not NASA.
Jeff Bezos and his phallic-shaped rocket ship.
Fuck Jeff Bezos. That dude, if Lex Luger or just a real life villain was a person, that'd be Jeff Bezos. That stupid ass cowboy.
100%.
They were throwing around Skittles. That dude is just going through a midlife crisis right now.
Yes, Rebecca.
He went through a divorce. Jeff Bezos is losing it.
Yes.
So I want to know, because someone brought it up in the comments, and I feel like I can say this without swearing. I want to know, first of all, about eels. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know why we stopped exploring the ocean and went to space. And I'm also convinced, and I will die on this hill, that the Bermuda Triangle is a portal to the hyperdimensional hexagon on the North Pole of Saturn.
6 people in the car.
Eli?
Whoa. What was the last part there?
6 people in the car. JFK.
No. What she said. The last part there.
That the Bermuda Triangle is a portal.
Bermuda Triangle.
Big word. Slow it down.
The Bermuda Triangle in the ocean is a portal to the hyperdimensional hexagon on the North Pole of Saturn.
What's a hyperdimensional hexagonal thing?
If you look at a picture of Saturn here, I just so happen to have one. Shit, it's on my iPad, isn't it? Fuck! I swore. Damn it!
Are we not supposed to swear?
Yeah, you can. She's on Twitch and people's telling her not to swear, and they're spending their coins, so she has to follow.
Who gives
They're
a
making it
fuck?
very difficult. And
Oh, okay. She was challenged.
Yes.
Okay, I forgot about that.
yeah. They I gotta find. I will send it to you, but you can DuckDuckGo it if you just look up the hyperdimensional hexagon or North Pole of Saturn. Just look up North Pole of Saturn, and it looks like a hexagon. You know, like there's like a thing. It's a hexagon. And I'm convinced that's where the eels come from, because eels don't have any reproductive organs and they swim into the Bermuda Triangle and fucking come back with spawn.
It is weird. I seen that thing about eels, how we don't know shit about them.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? I mean, we still haven't really figured out what black holes are. So wormholes could be a thing.
Yeah. Dirty Dan's got a picture there on the screen.
Talk, Dirty Dan. I can't see it.
Well, when I talk, you're just going to see my tailpipe.
Fuck. I can't see it.
Yeah, but he's got a...
Hold on, I got it.
Okay, Rebecca's going to show it. While she's pulling that up, did you guys hear about who Jeff Bezos is going to take the oldest person into space?
I thought he'd done that.
Oh no, the oldest person is 90-year-old William Shatner. Will be going up in space next.
That is so fucking cool.
So,
man, Captain Kirk
is going in space for real.
Dude.
Maybe they'll actually get up to space this time and not have to have the FAA just come down and rain on their dick parade.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen all the Austin Powers memes about that. That was great. Jeff Bezos.
Here, I got it pulled up for you.
I thought that was a titty.
You see it?
I thought that was a legit titty.
It's
That's big ass titty.
That's weird.
It's Saturn. It's Saturn. Do you see that?
I kind of. No, go over a little bit. I can't see the titty.
What can't you see?
I can't see it.
The titty.
Yeah.
The titty.
Put it back up here and talk.
Here. It's right here. The hyperdimensional hexagon on the North Pole of Saturn.
Looks pretty wicked. I don't know shit about planets or space.
It's on the map.
I don't know shit about planets or anything, so I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
So I mean, like
shit.
it can be anything. Who knows? Like the fucking Bermuda Triangle though, it is weird. Like didn't they wasn't there some type of report that came out a few years ago though about something about the Earth's magnetic fields are weird right there, and maybe that would be the cause of why people.
I did do a story on it last week.
Like that. Did you do a story on that last week?
I did.
Yeah,
I haven't listened to that one yet.
You know, the magnetic field thing is the same as the Roswell weather balloon. It just don't fly to me.
You think there's a So y'all think this portal is like underwater?
I don't know what it is.
It's that whole area.
Me personally, I don't know what it is. I think it's all unexplained.
I want to fly over that shit. We need to. We'll go up here to the old airport and get us an airplane.
There we go.
But I mean, it's been a weird area for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
Even explorers talked about weird shit happening in that area. So who knows? I ain't smart enough. I don't fucking know.
We went to go on a Bermuda cruise, Eli, and going through there, a freak hurricane came out of nowhere, listed the ship heavily, so much so that everything on the top deck, pool water, all the furniture, flew off the side or the top of the boat into the ocean over the side. And then just like that, it was done. We were fine.
Weird shit.
Mind blown.
Who knows what's going on there? But something definitely is going on there. Like nothing that much weird shit happening in one area. Something to it.
Oh yeah. Dirty Dan, do you want to read your next UFO sighting?
Yeah. So this comes from a video of an unknown flying object over Manhattan, New York on August 7th. of this year. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. It really freaked me out. Finally, the object moved away at a rapid speed. The darkened oval object appears to move slowly until about the 50-second mark. I'm pulling the video up now because I'm curious.
Yeah, and it's harder to see UFOs in big cities where they're lit up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier in our area, because you don't have as much street lights and distractions. And
that is crazy.
so, and there was actually a UFO sighting earlier this week about 12 miles up the road from us.
Yeah, like the Appalachian UFO looking society. I forget what the hell that Facebook page is called.
Yeah, it was at the Pikeville Business. What is it? Industrial Park.
Yeah.
So,
who knows? Man?
No shit.
Yep.
Who knows?
Goose, I was today years old when I realized that all those titles are hyperlinks to the articles and the videos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There ain't no way that's a weather balloon. Holy shit, that sucker was out of there.
So you found it, huh? I actually saw it. So.
Oh yeah.
On August the 18th of this year, 2 UFOs caught on video in New Jersey. 2 UFOs caught on video outside a cabin in New Jersey. Objects were super close. They were 2 objects, according to witnesses, that is really no more information provided by the witness that submitted the story, but you can hear the conversation between one of the man and the other. This may be computer generated, but I have no proof that is the case. That was the next one. And that's something we've talked about. Everybody's got technology, and you do have some people that really want to try to go out and scam and make stuff, and that's just,
That's one thing that really fucks with me whenever it comes to UFOs nowadays is, dude, there are some people when it comes to video editing, them motherfuckers are
so
good.
Yes.
And it's amateur people that are doing it in their mom's basement,
Yeah.
And they are good.
Yes.
So it really fucks me up whenever I see something on the internet and it looks legit, but you have to second guess everything so much nowadays.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you don't know if it's a keyboard commando sitting in mom's basement yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the next one, Dirty Dan, that you've got?
Well, I just watched this video, and I can say just by the video alone, the questions at the bottom are nope. From September 4th, UFOs caught on video in Hampton. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Or is it a UFO? As firefighters tackled a blaze at the Red Funnel Terminal in Southampton, a ferry cam picked up 5 unidentified objects in the sky. Eagle-eyed viewer Jay spotted the shapes at 2:20 a.m. this morning, Friday. So what are the unidentified flying objects? Speculation circulating on social media has ranged from aliens to shooting stars to meteor showers to satellites. One post questioned whether it was aircraft from the Bournemouth Air Festival, while another person asked, is it Elon Musk's SpaceX project? Definitely not that. Definitely not aircraft. It's definitely a type of craft in the air. But you see 2 flying together and 3 flying together, and they come together. They go behind basically the hue of this work light blocks the view a little more, and then all of a sudden, if you just watch at the 18-second mark, you just see them go shooting straight up. So it's not a satellite.
Right.
It's definitely not any sort of SpaceX project, because it's definitely 5 craft that came together and then yeeted on out of here.
Love that word.
We while you were doing that, we had a wasp fly in the headquarters, and Eli took care of that wasp for us.
I hate bees.
He killed it. So if you heard a big smashing sound, he took care of it. Thank you, my friend. You saved us.
So I hate bees. I got stung by over 40 of them one time whenever I was young. So, fuck bees. We have come way too far with science and technology that we can do without bees. We can find another way to pollinate flowers. People say save the bees. Fuck the bees. Fuck it. We can do something else. Artificial honey. Who cares? But so something, I caught the last end of that.
This was actually a wasp, though, you killed, correct?
Same thing.
Okay.
No, they're not. They are not.
Same thing. It's got
all
of them. We can do without the hornets, wasp, honeybees, all of them. Queen bees, daddy bees, all of them.
Pimp bees, hoe bees.
Boobies. Oh, no, we need the boobies.
No, we're not doing without boobies.
But like some of these, how we're talking about people that like can artificially make videos or edit videos or whatever. Yeah, that's possible. But also, I think that everybody has a fucking cell phone in their hands nowadays. Some of these people could be getting some legit shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
World
I
star.
totally agree with you.
Yeah, you really never know. I mean, just like the Arizona lights, a lot of that shit came from home video. Everybody, well, some people had camcorders back then. They were able to get it. And now everybody has a camcorder.
Yeah.
So I think that, yes, some of this can be edited and some of it could be real. It's just hard to tell the difference between the two nowadays.
The last one that I have happened on September 14th of this year. UFO videoed over Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I was walking my dogs, and when I was on the walk, a street light got brighter and brighter. I've experienced this before, and in my mind, I thought something was trying to get my attention. I finished the walk, and then I noticed something strange in the sky. It didn't look like a normal star. I went in and got my phone and started recording. It pulsated and started moving. Then a green orb appeared on one side, and a red orb appeared on the other side.
I wonder what that is with the UFOs, like how they have the little orbs,
The orbs.
around them.
Well,
What the fuck is that? Because there's a lot of videos that have them.
Yeah, it could be, a second ship, it could be a number of things. It could be a guidance, surveillance type deal or something.
But that's one thing that you see a lot in UFO videos is the little orbs.
Yes, you do.
Something to that.
Rebecca.
So orbs
Whoa.
orbs are energy. I forget that Eli can't see me until I speak.
I wasn't expecting that. That caught me off guard. That is a badass crown hat thing.
She's the queen of the flock.
I am the queen of the flock. This is my crown. I made this.
That's a fucking nice
It's a
hat right
flamingo.
there.
So my dad calls me the head cuckoo bird. So naturally, he inspired this.
I love the dad joke. That's cool. That's a badass. What is that? A crown hat? What would you call that?
This is my crown. I'm the queen.
Okay, crown. It's badass. It's a badass crown.
Thank you.
What were we talking about? That caught me
I
off
don't
guard,
remember.
man. The fuck was we talking about?
She was getting ready to say something.
I feel bad now.
About the
isn't that
orbs.
always
It was about the
Orbs.
orbs.
Orb.
So orbs are like energy. Orbs are like, like Charlotte has orbs in her room. That's like energy. Those are your spirits, your guides. Now orbs can be not of the best intention, but it's also like energy.
Yes, though. I don't know if like the UFOs need energy orbs though. I can see them being like little small ships or like something like that, maybe.
Yeah, but what powers them?
How are aliens not gods?
Well, we're all gods, I think.
Right. We're also all aliens too.
Yep, that too.
So if aliens, right, have figured out, if other realm worldly things out of this reality have figured out all of this other shit and already know all of this, how are they not energy? Energy is the only thing that's consistent. Energy can't be created or destroyed.
I think we're all energy. So
Yeah.
but I think that the aliens can also be like a physical form as well. I don't know if I think you have to have both. Besides in like a different dimension. In a different dimension you could probably only be energy. But I think in this dimension you have to have a physical form as well. To operate a spaceship. I don't know. I'm stupid.
No, you're not.
You are not stupid. What at all? You're just saying exactly what I'm saying, just differently.
I'm just like, really, who knows? But I think, too, like, I can see both sides of this. Like, some people say, like, why would aliens visit us if they're this advanced? But also, we could just be their fucking entertainment.
Well, yeah.
Like we're the Tijuana of space, basically. I can definitely see that. So I mean, like they probably just come down, and also too, I can see like them just fucking around. Like they know that if they do the Arizona Lights thing, that we're all going to freak out and all that, and they'll just sit there and watch us freak out. You know, kind of like a kid with a magnifying glass fucking with an anthill.
Oh yeah,
that's what they're doing. Yeah. Who knows?
You
aliens could be assholes just fucking around with us.
You could be onto something.
Like, oh, look at the dumb humans freaking out.
That's honestly a good way to put it. I've not thought about that before.
Who knows? Like, I can see that. Like, okay, we love to fuck around. We love to fuck around with animals and people, and we just love fucking with stuff. It's fun. So I think that the aliens probably like that too. Who knows?
Were you fucking with it?
Yeah. Also, but even with government technology, I can see like some soldiers wanting to fuck with people. Like, oh, let's put this fast-paced UFO over Oklahoma City and make it go really fast.
Right.
Fuck with people. Like, I can see that being a thing too. Who knows? I think it's just people fucking with us.
I think the government did that with a lot of people in the late 70s, early 80s when you had a lot of the TR-3B sightings come up. That was actually reported on the Unsolved Mysteries television show.
Yeah.
You know, I think they did that. And they're probably still doing it.
Yeah, and there's just some people that like to do it too. Like Vice had this one story about there's like this 1990s UFO thing that was spotted that a lot of people were talking about. And years later, it turned out to be just some dudes that got some badass balloons and tied some flares to it. Like that's all it was.
And that's all it was.
Yeah, but everybody was talking about it being a UFO. But no, it was just some dumbasses with some flares.
Well, technically, it was a UFO at that time. It was an unidentifiable flying object.
Yeah, I just think that like some people can just be fucking around. But I do think that there like can be some UFO shit. It's just that's the thing, man. There's all time you don't know. You don't know if it's faked. You don't know if it's real. You don't know if somebody's just fucking around. It can be a handful of things. That's why I wish like the aliens would just come out and say it.
Right?
Like,
would you just look at that?
Yeah, like, Hillary, take off the mask and show us the lizard person face. Fucking who knows? If anybody's a lizard person,
it has to be her.
It's Hillary. I don't know about Bill. Bill's probably a normal dude. He likes pussy too much.
I did not have sexual relations with that girl.
Lizard people, I don't think like pussy that much. But Hillary, she's a lizard person. I can see her being a lizard person.
Rebecca, do you have a question or a comment?
Don't I always, Goose? What I want to say is that, see, what happens, though, is I have to wait, and then I forget what I said, or what I was going to say. Alien invasions. Okay, so it's not going to be, they're not going to tell you. Do you really think that aliens are going to, like, publicly stop here on a planet that can't get over their own race's color?
Exactly.
No. They're going to be private meetings. They're going to be to particular people who can understand what they're saying, who can appreciate their knowledge and their wisdom, because it's not going to be hostile, right? But we're going to treat it as a hostile thing. The alien invasion is going to be faked. Anything that you hear on the news is fake fucking bullshit. It's all propaganda. It's all about fear and control. As a fly flies around me, it's a spy fly. But that's not going to be something that's public. Like, you're not going to hear about it. The revolution's not going to be televised.
Right on, sister. Yeah. That's who the fuck was that dude that said that? The revolution will not be televised.
It's in a song.
Yeah, Fred Hampton.
Yeah,
Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Fuck yeah, Fred Hampton. You know, but I can see that being a control thing. Like last time, whenever we had that talk about why the government would would fake an alien invasion to get that control over people. I kind of like thought about that, and I can definitely see that being a thing. I mean, that would be the ultimate control right there. But also that'd bring people together too, I guess.
Yeah, definitely would.
I don't know. The government could fuck themselves if they fake an alien invasion.
Yes, they could. Something.
Just look at Mars Attacks. But Eli, do you know what Bill said to Hillary when he found out she was a reptilian?
No.
Iguana tap it, but I have a reptile dysfunction.
Oh my God.
Dirty Dan, tell us about the Minnesota recent UFO sighting, and then we'll close everything out after that.
Coming from Golden Valley, Minnesota, unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, whatever acronym you so wish to call it, or that the government likes to use, they fascinate people, right? Well, that recent Pentagon report that admitted to hardly anything of UAP status has people talking once again about what is in our skies. However, none of this is new to Tom Maher, however you say it, the Minnesota director of the Mutual UFO Network, or MUFON. We are a nonprofit organization, says Maher. We are private citizens, and we collect UFO reports and investigate sightings. MUFON was created in 1969, the same year as the U.S. Air Force closed its UFO investigation unit called Project Blue Book. In Minnesota, some 80 volunteers meet monthly, assigning and investigating anywhere from 6 to 20 newly reported local UFO claims a month. There's people like, there's no evidence at all. And well, have you looked, said Maher. And that's exactly what they do. They look. Last year, MUFON Minnesota reported completed 103 UFO sighting investigations, and of them, 3 were identified as hoaxes. 53 were semi-explainable objects like planets, small aircraft, or satellites, and the rest lacked enough data or were simply unexplainable to tie into something logical. So far this year, the group has received 45 sightings, and this article has access to some of them. In Polk County, a dog appears to be chasing a green orb on the prairie grass. Fortunately, some sightings like this are easily explained. Here, investigators determine the sunlight is reflecting off the camera lens, producing the orb. I think we've all done that, especially with you having cats. You know, you'll have that sun come through your window, and you'll do that. Get them to climb up the wall. Yeah. However, the next one is unexplained, which is case 112704. Leno Lakes, a pulsating light is reported over a neighbor's house, but is not stationary. Investigators wanted to conclude that it's likely a star. However, unless the Earth was experiencing a massive earthquake, it would not be moving. MUFON suggests autokinesis is at play, where they're saying that a stationary object can appear to move. However, no one can confirm it yet. We go back to another explained case, which is shot in Matomedi. The video shows a string of 20 plus star-like figures moving in a straight line. And apparently it's a very common sighting up there, and it's quite explainable. When someone says there's 30 or 40 in a row overhead going in a straight line, this one turned out to be SpaceX launching a bunch of satellites. Yeah. It's a pretty good chance. And so they went and checked it out, and they lined it up on a map, and they found that the trajectory lines of that were the exact same that Elon had published for 38 satellites for his internet satellite service. And said they are compelling, they're interesting, but now again, it's Elon Musk throwing us off. We have another unexplained one. This is case 115001. A husband and wife delivering newspapers in Faribault about 3 a.m. shot a hovering disc of lights. The MUFON report suggests the object was at least 3 to 5 miles from the witness. The event lasted a few minutes before the flying object disappeared from the area right in front of them. The MUFON investigator concluded that after analyzing the cell phone footage, that the video is 100% unaltered, and the picture of the craft in their opinion, is evidence of a genuine and no obvious signs of a hoax or some other natural explanation that can be found. This is a true unidentified aerial phenomenon. The disposition is unknown. And linked to that case, they have a radar capture of the object appearing and then disappearing in the same fashion. We have another one from St. Paul, where a tight formation of lights that do not appear to match the path of any SpaceX satellite. There is no group of aircraft large enough to fly in that pattern. And that one is currently under progress. Those are the most recent ones so far.
From Minnesota.
Just from Minnesota. And that's all within August and into September.
Well, I mean, if aliens are going to go anywhere where they're not really going to be fucked with, or
Go to Tijuana.
or Minnesota, like who gives a like who the fuck like who's doing anything in Minnesota? You know, like that'd be the perfect place to lay low or lay high. I just got one question, man. Like, okay, if these life forms are so advanced that they can travel across billions of miles between galaxies, why the fuck do they still need lights to drive at night? They got bad eyesight? Like, what the fuck is going on there? That's one thing that I've always wondered. I do think that there's something to it, you know, and it could be aliens. But why the fuck do they need lights for? I wonder. Or maybe they're just fucking with us.
Maybe the lights help them see stuff they're going to pick up, or, you know.
Or maybe it's an attention grabber tactic.
It could be.
It could be. You never know. I just think that, like I said earlier, I mean, well, and too, like, isn't it crazy that they have to have people like this that look into this shit? You know, like how they're talking about Project Blue Book and all that. I mean, there's something to it if you have to have agencies and people like this to look into it.
Exactly. And there's a new agency that is getting started, you know, the government's recently putting together. And anytime you spend money on something, a government does, there's a more than a strong chance it exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want, I mean, and I know the government wastes money all the time. It's not theirs, it's the taxpayers. They don't care. But if you're going to put millions and millions, possibly billions of dollars into a project to watch for these craft, you know something that we don't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dirty Dan, what's your thoughts on that?
I think you are 100% right.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Well, Eli, thank you very much for coming on, man.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to plug or say? Or we will have you back in November. We will set that day down. We will do an office podcast that day, all about the office.
I'm so excited.
Eli, before you go, give the listeners and viewers one of your most favorite jokes to tell as a comedian.
Oh, God. I don't want to do any of my own shit because that'll just like.
Why?
I don't want to ruin it. I just like I'm working on some shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It ain't like recorded yet, and like that's why Dave Chappelle doesn't allow any phones at his show. Because yeah, I mean, like a joke that you're telling can be totally different once you like actually get it down pat. But I did hear a really good joke.
Okay.
And I'll do that one. I don't want to make a mess. I need a towel.
A towel?
Oh, boy.
Oh. Thanks, Dirty Dan. He's going to get a towel.
You are so welcome. I am so excited for this now.
Okay,
he's back.
Get my cum towel ready.
You do realize this is a joke, right? Not a...
Okay, this is a great joke. And some people may know this joke already. It's in a movie. Okay. This is not one of my own jokes. Okay. It's in a movie. But I just watched this movie for the first time the other day, and I thought that this joke was fucking hilarious. So I've been trying to tell everybody. So some of the people out there may know this one, but some of you may not, and you're just going to fucking just listen. Okay. So this was a couple's 50th wedding anniversary. On the morning they wake up, and the wife rolls over and looks at the husband, and she says, "Oh, Philip, we've been married for 50 years. 50 years, Philip. Today, I want to give you anything that your heart desires. Whatever you want. On today, you got it. You ask me for anything, and Philip, I will do anything for you today." And he says, "Oh, Gretchen, that's a wonderful offer. Thank you for that. You know, throughout this entire 50 years of marriage, there is something that has been missing. A blowjob. Gretchen, today I would love to have a blowjob." So she gives him the blowjob, and, you know, he comes, and afterwards they're laying there, and he says, "Oh, Gretchen, that was wonderful. That was the best blowjob that I've ever had in my life. Thank you so much for that. And Gretchen, I would like to return the favor. Today, anything you want, anything, you let me know, and I will give it to you. You want the moon, I'll give you the moon. Gretchen, whatever you want today, you let me know, and you've got it." She says, "Give me a kiss."
I don't know what was better, the punchline or Rebecca's face and reaction.
That was a good one, my friend. That was a good one.
I send Goodwill
Let's
Hunting.
give Eli a round of applause here.
Well, we can do better than that.
And the crowd goes wild.
So,
Goodwill Hunting is the movie, by the way. If anybody hasn't watched that movie, check it out. One of Robin Williams' best films.
Robin Williams was great.
And Matt Damon, too.
Yes.
Good movie.
This is our last show for September. The month of October, we have some very exciting things coming up. Throughout the month of October, we'll have new segments from Seth Elmbergy, where he'll be talking about cryptids. We'll have a new segment with myself and Justin Perkins. We're going to have every podcast in October will have a guest celebrity ghost story, not guest celebrity, a guest ghost story. And we'll also be having some Kentucky spooky stories during breaks and so forth. And that's all coming up next week, starting next week on Here to Chew Bubblegum. And we'll also have Seth Ambergy on the show next week. Dirty Dan, do you want to tell us about a very special group of people?
Goose, I would love to. So for this month, or I guess this segment of time, because I didn't start at the beginning of the month. Anyway, I digress. We're going to recognize the group and their amazing work called the Till Valhalla Project. They were established in 2017, rocking the slogan, "Where heroes live on forever." Under their wonderful tribute of a logo, the TVP team is all about bringing and spreading awareness of the help our vets and soldiers desperately need. The ones who devote and sacrifice their time to protect our lives and freedoms and give us the opportunity to have this podcast. And unfortunately, and all too much, give the ultimate sacrifice of their own lives for us. Julia was quoted saying, "Our mission is to do whatever it takes, anything to get our name and purpose out to the masses." The products that they have for sale and for donation make a difference, but the conversations and awareness that they bring to lessen the 22 a day plus one active duty a day suicide is more significant than any monetary donation. We need to support each other, most notably our brothers and sisters and the families that have been left behind. They have actually broken over $1 million now for that they've raised in under 2 years toward the battle against veteran suicide. And their stand on it is it's a plague, and they're not going to let it go without a fight. They're making their stand to stop it. So if anyone is interested in going over and supporting the cause, donating, or learning more about it and wanting to share their message, please go ahead and check out their website. It's tillvalhallaproject.com. Reach out to them. They do memorial plaques for every fallen soldier. That is 100% donation. They're actually very, very beautiful pieces. Just something that captured them to help keep that memory alive and let them live on forever. And not to forget, but maybe kind of on the interim right now with some stuff going on in the background, Adventures with Purpose. Check them out. Sam is unfortunately not with them any longer, but you can check out Jared and Dan and the gang on their YouTube, Adventures with Purpose, or their official website, adventureswithpurpose.com.
Thank you very much, Dirty Dan. Rebecca, thank you. Always love doing these with you and live on Twitch. Eli, again, thank you very much, my friend. I look forward to having you back on in November, and looking forward to the Office podcast now.
It's going to be badass.
So, yes, it cool. Definitely is. I want to remind everyone about the Fright Night Film Festival in Louisville, Kentucky, October 1st through the 3rd at the Ramada Plaza Hotel Complex. For more information, you can visit frightnightfilmfest.com, and don't forget, while there, you can meet CK and Uncle Bill from deadpit.com. Also, the new Midlife Crisis album entitled Have a Little Faith is now available, and you can get that on CD, USB stick, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and many, many more places. Be sure to check out Talk Junkie with our good friend Justin Perkins. Don't forget about Down on the Holler with Jordan and Brad, Seth's Daily Podcast. If you're into spooky, be sure to visit spookyfamilypodcast.com. And special thanks to Chris Sloan and the people at the Mountain Mysteries Podcast.com. Be sure to check those out. If you want to awaken more, Rebecca Short on TikTok and Honest Rebecca Thoughts on Twitch. That'll do it for this week. We'll see you next week. And until then, so long for now.
Maybe I'm not leaving. Maybe I'm just going home.
Thanks for listening to Here to Chew Bubblegum. Tune in next time as we dive deeper into things the government doesn't want us to know.